there is a big network behind Dubai scams that have been busted. So Dubai has been witnessing a rise in scams over the past year, and it's no longer just individuals popping up with malicious intent, but rather a full-fledged business that authorities are attempting to crack down on. Besides relentless messages and emails, scammers have now begun making phone calls to their potential victims, mainly by assuming the identity of the Dubai police.
Let us know if this has ever happened to you. I know it has happened to me, and it was extremely realistic when they sent a message to me after the call from Dubai police. These scams are no longer one-off incidences, but rather the effect of an entire scam industry growing in Southeast Asia. So this via an investigative article on Vice, highlighting how Dubai's success as a modern economy with access to global economy makes it a business-friendly climate. But the downside to this is that it also makes the city more vulnerable to scams. So talking about how these scams operate, the article says they targeted both people in China and elsewhere, starting with phone messages, moving to calls, and then for international scams, they employed non-Chinese nationals to handle the phone calls. And the scammers don't take no for an answer, as told to Lovin Dubai reader Adnaha and Myrna.
So Dubai police scammers first approach Anga and accusing her of potentially sending money to a terrorist organization in Afghanistan. The scammers were attempting to find out who transferred the money and required her cooperation in the investigation. Questions included which banks she had accounts in. Anaga provided one fake and one real bank name. Then she received an OTP. In 6 minutes, she had been spammed with 4 texts from Dubai police, AD police, UAE Pass, and FAB, which is Fujairah, the bank. And of course, this going forward, she was almost convinced by the AD police text when the scammer asked her to verify her card number, a detail most banks already have. And she said, I understood something was up and informed them I would rather go to the police station and get myself verified in person.
It's so interesting because the scam will reach you, and for a second you'll believe it, and then an alarm bell might start ringing. We hope these conversations help those alarm bells to ring a little bit more. So in this story, after repeated threats that she would go to prison, they hung up. The scammers attempted to call her again, but she refused to pick it up. In another resident story, Myrna, the scammers even resorted to verbal abuse besides a constant barrage of calls.
But UAE authorities are working swiftly to catch the men behind these scams. Dubai police are constantly putting out warnings and reminders to people to stop interacting with scammers. Residents are instead advised to report these numbers directly to the cyber cell. So, you know, there you go. You have this news, and it is just not easy for those moving into the city. You know, like if you're very new and you get these text messages and you get these calls, you wouldn't know any better because they're so realistic and they come from these official, like the names pop up as like official government entities, right? Like AD Police, UAE Pass, Dubai Police. And if you don't know any better, you are very much likely to give your information away, get scammed because you don't know how it really works.
Well, the conversation is that it is happening in other countries as well, but they are saying that Dubai is, because of our promising business climate, it's more welcome, or we are more vulnerable to scammers trying to infiltrate our society. But it's really interesting because let us know if you're watching. We've all been victims of these scams in one way or another. Absolute fact. Dubai Live 4 says they're sending some links for discounts. That would get me.
Yeah.
If UNAS tells me there is a 25% discount, I would click on that and I would give them my card details before you even know what's what. They would take it.
Casey.
I would just, because it's something, if you're trying to divert attention from someone, give them something they want.
Yeah.
Or something they need. So another common one that comes through my emails is your KYC documents for your bank have not been updated. You need to do this ASAP. And I'm thinking, I don't even know what they are. I imagine I'm behind. Let me go in and get that done. And then you would give because that one is extremely realistic from my actual bank, but it's a fake one.
It's a fake one?
It's a fake one. I was sitting there for months thinking I need to update my KYCs.
And you have no idea what your KYCs are.
I think it's something you have to put back in your Emirates ID, and you have to update your documents with the bank annually or every now and then. and I got this email, and it was sitting in my like to-do list for so long, and then another email came through, and I was like, "Oh, you scammers, you!
Oh,
Scamsters!"
you spotted them. At least you spotted them. There are people who like see it looks so realistic, and they just give in first go. You know these things you don't realize until it happens to you that you've been scammed, because it's just so done. It's done so professionally. Right? Everything looks so realistic. Everything looks so realistic until you see money going from your account one at a time. Then you're just like, nope, it was all a scam.
Yeah.
Fallen for a scam. Yeah. Life is not going to go back to normal after this.
I'm a percentage. I'm one of a number, but one of many. Like the Apple scam, everyone's getting those emails in their company. I know we've definitely been infiltrated of people wanting to buy. It's your boss messaging you for a real quick favor.
Yeah.
Go and get me those Apple discounts ASAP. I need them. The Apple one, the bank one, so many.
So many, yeah, 100%.
But as so we summarize advice, and then if you check the article written by Annika, she does summarize at the end that Dubai authorities are really working night and day to curb this type of behavior. It's happening online. They've moved into the to curbing online behavior as well. So yeah,
yes,
busts left, right, and center. Let's jump